Okay, so what exactly, the programming, right? Why do we program? Okay, so just consider, like, you. Okay, one second. I'm not gonna. Okay, so how you treat a computer? Okay, computer doesn't know anything until unless we guide it. Okay, until unless we do something, we give it. We give something, some task to computer. Computer cannot do anything. So that task is also the task itself, you have to mention to the computer saying that, okay, you have to perform this task in these steps, and then only, you can get that output. So everything you have to instruct, okay, computer, so that it can give you a certain output or something, okay, something from there. Okay, so to give this particular task to computer, so you need a language, okay, to talk with it. Okay, so that way, that at that position, actually, all these languages comes into picture. Okay, so not only Java, we do have so many languages, which you can work on, okay, on this programming side. So as we are checking on Java, so I'm gonna, like, talk about Java today. So I know what is Java. So Java is a programming language which helps us to, write some commands or code, okay, to you know to make the computer to perform a task. Okay, so you are going to write some commands, okay, saying that, okay, do this, and give me the output. So that commands, you're gonna write on Java programming, using Java programming language, so that computer can perform a particular task. Okay, so it's the same thing. Okay, so when you like, when you want to communicate with somebody else, okay, at your home or anybody, okay, so you talk with your language, okay, with your mother tongue, or whatever the language that you are comfortable, you're gonna talk with them, and you will guide them, in case of any task that they wanted to complete on your behalf. Okay, so they will do it, and they are going to give you give you back that output, right? So similar way, the programming language is also helps computer to do or perform a task, okay, and gives that output to on the console or wherever. Okay, actually, okay, so okay, so as I mentioned, right, Java is not only the one programming language, okay, which we have it in market. There are plenty of, okay. So and actually, where exactly they started. Okay, so it released on 1995. Okay, and at the earlier stages, actually, it was developed by Sun Microsystems. Okay, and later on, it acquired by Oracle, and now it is Oracle programming. Okay, okay. So this who introduced it? Okay, the basic Java was, introduced on 1995 by James Gosling. Okay, and yeah, as I mentioned, actually, later, it was merged into Oracle Corporation. Okay, see, most of you, most of you are aware of, like there are plenty of other languages. Okay, C, C++, and we do have .NET and Python. Okay, there are lot of languages. Okay, but Java is basically developed on C and C++, like taking consideration as a C and C++. So it has most of the common features that you see in C and C++. Okay, and it has the OOP features from C++ also. Okay, so I'm going to cover them very detailed in the next slides. Okay, so now you might be understand, like, where exactly the Java stands. Okay, so you wanted to give some instructions to computer, and computer needs to understand that. So between you and computer, actually, there is a mediator, we call it as a programming language. Okay, and now, as we are discussing about Java, so Java is acting as a mediator between you and your computer. Okay, so if you know Java, so you can just like you can give some you know instructions to computer so that it can perform the task, okay, very easily. Okay, so where exactly this Java is used? Okay, so Java is not into one. Okay, actually Java is used in many places and many devices. Okay, so every device that it's run, most of the devices will have Java installed. Java can be used for creating a desktop app, or Java can be used for creating one of the Android app. Okay, so internally there is a very actually a Java used everywhere. Okay, that's what I can say. Everywhere, you can develop a desktop application like player, YouTube player, or a chat box, or you can also use it for you can also use it for Android apps. Okay, internally we have a different type of development kits so that can help running the applications, or creating the these applications. Okay, and yeah, so how then you must be then you must be thinking like how you can write these commands. Okay, how, if you're writing them in an English, okay, or English language, okay, in Java programming, so how the computer can understand these things. Okay, basically you guys already aware that computer cannot understand the English, or any specific languages. Okay, so it has to be into kind of machine level code. It should be like ones and zeros. Okay, so let me try to explain these how a Java program, or how a program can be converted to a machine level language. Okay, like ones and zeros, how it does. Okay, so let me tell you those 4 steps. Okay, yeah. First, actually, we write the program. Okay, into using some editor. We write the program like giving some instructions in that. Okay, once you write it, actually Java provides a very good compiler. What it does actually, it is going to convert into an intermediate version, okay, which is called as bytecode. Okay, so this is like this bytecode. I can say for now it's a .class file which is going to generate. Okay, so this bytecode is also not readable by humans. Okay, so this bytecode is like for it's the input for the next next sorry, yeah, this bytecode is an input for the next step. Okay, so this bytecode is read by a special software that is called Java interpreter, and the Java interpreter is responsible to translate, okay, this bytecode into a machine friendly language. Okay, so machine friendly language means like it is zeros and ones. Okay, it's going to convert into that machine level language, and then the computer can start read, okay, that converted file, okay, to perform the task. Okay, till now I'm gonna stop here. Okay, till now, if you have any questions or something, these are very basic concepts, but if you guys have any questions, you can ask. I can I'll try to answer them. Okay, I'm gonna take it as no. Okay, I'm going to Okay, so let me tell you something. Okay, so how to install Java. Okay, so I have given some instructions over here, and so in okay, so it's most probably, I think, most of your laptops is already have Java in your in your laptops. But if you have any questions or installing, or if you have any questions in the how to install or something, okay, you can just follow the slide. Okay, I'm gonna share this, okay, slide with you all. Okay, and you can follow these steps, and you can just install the JDK. But I recommend, like, not to, yeah, you can just try to install it, for practice purpose. But I'm gonna teach all the code into in Replit. Okay, so you guys can do a initial login in Replit. Okay, so that you can directly write your code and you can run immediately without installing all these things. Okay, you can use that Replit for practice purpose. Okay, so I'm going to show you that in the next slides, how to get the Replit, and how to how to write a program there, over there. Okay, I'll show you that. Okay, so let me continue now. Okay, so a program, okay, what exactly the program is, right? You guys already know, like, program is kind of set of instructions that you're gonna give to computer, so that it is going to done it on time. Okay, so I already mentioned, like, this program is can be written in any languages like C, C++, Java, and etc. So, like, okay, when you build your first program, so let's say, generally we write some hello world kind of thing, okay, in the application, okay, sorry, in the IDE or in a notepad, okay, whatever the wherever you write it, actually you need to have some basic things you have to keep remember. So if you see the right side, okay, there are like curly brackets, okay, and there are curved brackets and square brackets and semicolon and double quotes. So these are the main symbols that gonna play a very big role, okay, when you are going to write a Java program. Okay, at the initial stage. Okay, so right now, I think you guys have you most of you already have some experience on write how to write a program and all, but in different languages. Okay, like somebody mentioned JavaScript, somebody mentioned React and Angular. So, and somebody have a little experience on Java. So yeah, you might be knowing it, like a basic things, okay, which we follow to write a class, okay, write a program. Okay, so let's see, these are all the special characters that you use it in writing in a program. Okay, so there are many of other things which I gonna cover, okay, in future slides. Okay, so yeah, if you want to let us take very basic example, to print a hello world on screen. Okay, so how do you solve it? Like, how do you write a code? Okay, to write this particular system.out.println. Okay, so forget about what exactly the system.out.print. Okay, so just consider this is one of the command. Okay, which we are going to give that command to computer. Okay, so that it can perform or it can run the program. Okay, okay, we need to like run the program. So I'm just giving this system.out.print, but it is not one line that you cannot give to computer. So we have to follow some certain Java standard, because the Java is basically, whenever you write a program, actually you treat it as a class, and then inside we have some main. Okay, and in the main, actually we are going to write the exact code. Okay, let me tell you something. Okay, so I'm going to show you one small example, and okay, one second. And Okay, can you please confirm that you guys are seeing my browser?
Yes.
Okay, so I was talking about this replit. Most of I'm gonna give this URL, okay, in the chat, okay, to everyone. Okay, once you just try to log in there, and if you don't have, if you already logged, if you already have a profile in it, okay, you can log in there. Otherwise, you can just create your profile, free profile, not the one, it is having. Sorry, one second. It is having kind of a pro profile, okay, so you don't require to subscribe for it. You can use the basic replit, okay, and you can, how what exactly the replit is, right? You don't require to install anything for Java, so you can simply write the Java code, and you can run it on the fly. Okay, so I'm going to show you that. Okay, so I already have the account, okay, for Replit. So what you're gonna do, like you just go to the sign up, and okay, once again. Okay, okay, yes, yeah, just give some, this is a sign up screen, okay, just give you some email, sorry, the user ID, and give some email, and just click on create account, and give that password, whatever you want, just create account. Once you create it, okay, so again you need to log in, okay, so once you log in there, yeah, you're gonna see something like this, okay, so okay, once you log in there, okay, you can do it later also, but if you want to do it now, yeah, just sign up. It won't take 2 minutes also, to complete it. And yeah, so you have to go to your replets, okay, so one second, let me go back to the home. Okay, so when you if you are logging in for the first time, so what you need to do, actually, just create it, just click on create, okay, and choose you know Java Replit, okay, and just you can give some title, okay, and you can also make it as public or private, so so that everybody can view your Replit, or you can make it as private, so that you can create, you can only view it, okay. So if you can click on create REPL, actually this is gonna create a new Replit for you. Once it created, actually it is going to show you on the my REPLs, okay. So I already have created Java REPL, okay. So let me go back there. Okay, once you create it, actually it looks something like this, okay. And this is what I'm gonna write. I already written some code, okay, to print that system, hello world. Okay, so it looks very basic, small example, okay. So this is our standard syntax, to write a particular program in Java. So we have a class, and it has class name, and this is like our void main method, okay, and this is our command, okay. We are saying that to computer to print this hello world on the console, okay. So it is very simple, like to run this Java program in the REPL. So it's gonna compile it first, and then it is adding the class path, and then it is going to execute that particular main, Okay. So it executed that, and it printed hello world over here. Okay. So yeah, do try to log in this Replit for today, and try to write a small program out there, and try to execute it. Okay. If you have any issues or anything, okay, we are going to connect tomorrow on this, and we can solve those problems. And once everybody is having a Replit account, okay, tomorrow, not now, and we can verify if you guys have having any issues. Okay, not in the class, after the class, I'm gonna take extra 15-20 minutes to answer your questions about Replit, and I'll make sure that you guys, everybody can execute Java program in the Replits. Okay. So let us consider this is a very basic example, okay? And I'm going to tell you what the class and what is the main method, okay, in future classes, okay? I'm going to say in the future slides, and I'm going to cover all those data types and everything, okay? For now, just, keep this as a basic example and just move on, okay? So, but I'm going to tell, look, I did not imported anything. Generally, whatever the predefined APIs, predefined classes which are given by Java, I need to import it, right? To use it in my program. Okay, I can give you some small example. Okay, so Java, is going to help us, to write some commands, okay, in the programming. But Java itself is having a very big library. We call it as API, okay, and those APIs is having very very vast kind of vast, kind of reusable components which are already designed by Java. So, we can use them whenever you write some program, okay, whenever you write some instructions to the computer. So similarly, I'm using one of the, system class, okay, which was designed by Java, okay, which is, a lang package, okay. So this is the package java.lang.system, okay. Java.lang is a package, and, system is our class name, okay. So system is kind of a class name, okay, so which has out and println, ins, as a one second, sorry. Yeah, so system is our class, and inside the system we do have these what for now actually consider it as some kind of property of system classes, okay. And in using those properties, you are able to print this text, okay, on the console, okay. So these are this is one of the one of the class which Java provides, we use frequently, to print the statements in the console, okay. And why we did not imported anything, okay. Whenever we write some Java program, actually we are not importing, for the java.lang packages, okay. So the java.lang packages are the default classes that you can directly use it, okay, without any imports, okay. So rest all, like if you want to use something else, from the API, from the from Java, so you have to import them on using import statement. I'm going to show you that, how to import and all, okay, when we are writing some of the you know when we are writing some of the utility classes, or when we are writing some collection program, okay, in future, okay. I'm gonna show you how to import and all, okay. Yeah, so any questions on with the Replit, or this is sample program, let me know, I can answer that.
No worries.
Hey, thanks. Okay, great. So just one thing, okay. So everybody is comfortable, like are you okay with my you know flow, and my like So how you feel, like, is this okay, like, to go with this kind of flow, or do you want to change something? Please let me know, once, before we wind off today. Okay, let me know. I'll continue with the next slides now, but before we log off, okay, I'm gonna ask this. Okay, so if you guys are comfortable with this kind of flow, we'll continue with this. Otherwise, I'm gonna improve myself, and I'll try to add more, or I'll try to like, make it very in a very detailed way, to make you guys understand. Okay, yeah, let me know before the class wind up, okay, today. Okay, yeah, let me go to the next slide. um so you guys are able to see my PPT right now?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so let us take variables. Okay, so when you write something in Java, okay, or any other programming language, so you might require something to store, okay, some data or some value or anything. Okay, so if you want to store something, okay, let us take one small example. Okay, so if you like, consider you have some books, okay, or you have some papers, okay, which are, which we cannot throw it away at home, right? You generally put those papers into a container, or a shelf or something like that, right? To keep it in a order way. Okay, so similarly in Java also, when you're writing a program, okay, you might need something, okay, to store. Okay, so to store something, some value and some data values in a program, we use it as a, we have a container kind of thing. We call it as variable. Okay, so how you can like, store those things. Okay, yeah, so to store those values, okay, we have to either use a primitive data type or non-primitive data type with that variable, so that you can store a particular value into it. Okay, so when I say primitive data type, okay, yeah, let us consider something. Okay, so you have a bundle of papers, okay, and in that papers, actually you have something uh, you know which are related to your certificates. Okay, and some of them are related for your training. Okay, so what you're gonna do, actually you're gonna segregate them separately, like, certificates into one container, and all other training related things into one container, so that you can easily access them whenever you want. Okay, so similarly, like if you want to store something number related things, okay, like, you wanted to store some 10 value, so, or you want to store some 20, 30, anything related to number, so that, you know to store a specific data, okay, into our containers. Okay, so there, you have a primitive data type and non-primitive data type. Okay, when I say primitive data type, what exactly it covers? Okay, so it has a different data types that Java already provided to us. Okay, you can use. Okay, if you want to, like, store some integer values. Okay, so you can use int data type. Okay, or we have short, long. So this short, int, long is having very okay, they are having their own properties, like, how much value it can store, and what exactly, there is very like, there is a size which matters. Okay, so for now you just treat it as short, as which we can store very small numbers, and int, a medium size of numbers. For long, it's a big number. Okay, so the sizes will be vary for these things. And You have decimal related numbers actually, which can cover by float and double. Okay. And Boolean is kind of, a true or false, like, a conditional kind of things that you can store it in the Boolean. Okay. So true or false can be stored. Okay. And character is kind of, a single character, and, you can store it in the, with the help of char primitive data type, you can store some character data. Okay. So I'm going to show you, like, one small example how these things are going to work. Okay. In future, like, in the next slides. Okay. When we, when you guys have done the setup about the replit, tomorrow, we're going to start doing some programs tomorrow, whatever that we discussed today. Okay. So that will, give kind of a revision, okay, for you guys. Okay. And the non-primitive data types. Okay. So non-primitive data types actually includes classes. Okay. And interface. Okay. So I can give you one small example. It is like string. String is a class. It's not a primitive data type. Actually, it is a class which we can create strings, and, we can use it, store string related, like, character related information in that. Okay. Any questions on variables? Okay, I'm gonna cover them, when we are writing a program tomorrow, how you are going to declare a variable and how we are going to, like, write them, in the Java program. Okay. With the basic examples. Okay. So any questions on the data types and non-primitive data types? Okay. Okay, let me go to the conditional statements. Okay. uh Yeah, let me do one thing. Okay, so I'll keep these conditional statements and loop statements tomorrow. Okay, so I'm gonna cover one small topic. Okay, just to make you understand. Okay, so I did not prepare any videos actually, how to install IDEs for you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna cover these Eclipse, and one second, let me go back. Okay, just a minute, I'm sharing back. Okay. Okay, so hope you guys are able to see it. Okay, yeah. Okay, ID, like, I'm gonna cover this ID, Eclipse or STS. Okay, so yeah, Eclipse and STS. Okay, so I'm gonna give that instructions, whatever we have it on the slide, for installing Java and also installing this IDs. Okay. I'm gonna give that for you guys, today. Um, like, in the morning, I think, by morning, actually, you'll get these things, for ID instructions, how to install them. So if you're not going to use Replit, Replit we are going to use for the basic Java programming. Once we get into like once we get into this one, Spring and Spring Boot. Okay. We can still use that, but, it will be like very clumsy. Okay, if you use those external browser provided IDs. Okay, so we don't, we will make it either with Eclipse, or we will make it either STS. Okay, anything is fine. So I'm gonna provide. So whatever the ID that you guys installed, I'm gonna teach you in both. Like, if you all comfortable with Eclipse, I'm gonna go with Eclipse. If you all already have anything related to STS, okay, we can go with STS as well. Okay, so I'm gonna give you both setups for both ID setups in detail. Okay, and I'll share that slide with you all. Okay. Okay, for today, actually, I'm gonna wind up this call for today. Okay, if you guys have any questions or any suggestions that you wanted to cover, okay, or if this pace, whatever the speed that I'm taking and whatever the topic coverage which I'm doing it, if it is okay for you guys and you're able to understand or not, please let me know. Yeah, if you are not able to like, mm, talk, yeah, you can just give me in the chat. Okay, so I can see like, if you want me to continue with the same pace and much, and if you need some more topics to cover, and just let me know. I can, I'll try to add them wherever we have some time. Definitely I'm gonna cover them. Okay, so no questions? So you guys are all comfortable with my the existing the course index and whatever I have shown. So do you want me to cover in the same way? Okay, thank you. Okay, then. Yeah, thanks, Akhil. Yeah, for confirming it. Yeah, I'm gonna like, try to give more basic things, before I'm going to write some programming and everything. So I'm gonna cover tomorrow a couple of programs, whatever we discussed about ID. Sorry, I'm sorry, ID, not ID. So the data types and the variables, and one sample program, like that hello world, and I'm gonna see that you guys are able to run that in the Replit. And next, I'm going to cover control statements and oops concepts tomorrow, so that we can proceed with the next step, writing some code which can cover these oops concepts tomorrow. Okay, yeah. So if you guys don't have any questions, okay, so we can wind up and we'll connect tomorrow at the same time. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, do let me know. I can, I can take them after the class, and we can, I'll try to answer them. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your patience. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you.